Here's a problem that says the greater of two numbers is twice the less, and the sum of the numbers is 129. What are the numbers? So the words of the problem give you two equations. I'm going to say a big X plus Y equals 129 because the problem says that one of the numbers is twice as big as the other number. I'm basically saying the bigger number is twice as big as the smaller number. So X is going to be twice as big as Y. And as an equation, you write that out too. X equals 2Y. You could use lowercase letters if you want to, but I'm kind of emphasizing that one is bigger than the other one by making one bigger than the other one on the paper. So capital X is the same as capital X, and 2Y is the same as X. So that means that we could substitute for the X using 2Y, and then we'll have only one variable, but we've used all of the information in the problem. So we've got 2Y plus Y equals 129. And then you add the like terms. You get 2Y plus Y is 3Y. 3Y is 129. The next step actually is to divide both sides by 3. I don't know offhand what 129 divided by 3 is, but I do know that 129 is equal to 120 plus 9. And I know that 120 divided by 3 is 40, and 9 divided by 3 is 3, so it's 40 plus 3, which gives you 43. If you saw that as 43 immediately, that's fine, but I didn't feel like using a calculator, so I just broke it into 2 steps. That's something I do fairly frequently if I'm trying to do problems in my head and I don't feel like necessarily doing it on paper or a calculator. Sometimes I'll write it out, sometimes I won't, but that's the process I did to divide 129 by 3. So we know that Y is equal to 43. And we also know that X is equal to 2 times Y. So X equals 2 times 43, which is going to be 86. So Y is 43 and X is 86. Another problem says a man bought a horse and carriage for $500, paying 3 times as much for the carriage as for the horse. How much did each cost? So I'm going to use a large C, which stands for the carriage, and I'm saying that it costs 3 times as much as the horse. So again, I'm kind of emphasizing one variable is bigger than the other one. And we also know that C plus H is going to be $500, the total cost. We've got capital C in both equations. We know that 3H is equal to capital C, so therefore we can put the 3H in the place of the capital C in the other equation. And then we're using all the information in the problem. So we've got 3H plus H is equal to $500. Combine like terms, you get 4H is equal to $500. At that point you want to solve for H, and it's being multiplied by 4, so the opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. Divide both sides by 4. They were equal before you divided them, they're going to be equal after you divide them by the same thing. So H is equal to 500 over 4. I'm going to split that up just to show you how I would solve it without a calculator. So 400 plus 100 over 4. 400 divided by 4 is 100, 100 divided by 4 is 25, so 500 divided by 4 is 125. Since we have H, we can get C. We just have to multiply by 3. 3 times 125 gives you 375. So that was one option for finding C. We've really completed the problem at this point because we have both variables, but let's look at how we could have solved it a different way. We could have used the other equation to get capital C. So to do that, we would say C plus 125 is equal to 500 because we solved for H. Now we're going to subtract 125 from both sides, and we're going to get that C is equal to 375. We knew that H was equal to 125, so that's just another way of finding the result. You can use either equation once you have one of the variables, when you have these two equations. Here's a problem that says Two brothers, counting their money, found that together they had $186, and that John had 5 times as much as Charles. How much did each of them have? So I'm going to use capital J because it's a bigger number. It's equal to 5 times C. J stands for John, C stands for Charles. We also know that together they have $186. Capital J is the same as the capital J in the other equation. We know that 5C is equal to capital J, so therefore we can replace the capital J in the lower equation with 5C. So 5C plus C equals 186. Combine like terms. 5C plus C, it's like 5C plus 1C. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6C equals 186. We divide both sides by 6 to solve for C. And I'm going to do 180 plus 6 divided by 6, breaking it into a couple of steps, but steps that are easier for me to do. So 180 divided by 6 is 30, 6 divided by 6 is 1, therefore 186 divided by 6 is $31. I'm going to plug that into the top equation because that looks simpler. I could have plugged it into the bottom equation to get J, but I'm going to use the top. So capital J is equal to 5C. Capital J is equal to 5 times 31, which is equal to 155. So you've got the two variables, C, which is for Charles, J for John, 155, and 31.